Kevin Linger, Managing Editor and Producer with Fleet Equipment, and I'm here today with Dan Szczepanik, Global Market Segment Director with Sherwin-Williams Automotive Finishes. Today, we are going to be talking about the results and potential trends from a fleet industry survey that Fleet Equipment and Sherwin-Williams recently completed. Dan, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Kevin. It's great to be here.
Glad to have you. All right, so let's start talking about what this survey was covering.
Yeah, we do a survey of end users, both in the body shop and commercial vehicle repair body shops, and we ask them what's important to them. We've been doing it for over 10 years now, so we have a history of how trends have been changing and how they stay consistent. We need to know what is working for our customers and what's not working, and that's really a great way to make sure that we're covering all bases and making them satisfied.
So this particular survey was given to subscribers of Fleet Equipment Magazine and Body Shop Business Magazine who do commercial refinishing. They've all opted in to receive survey-related emails. Additionally, we ran it in the newsletters for Fleet Equipment and Body Shop Business. It was out in the field from January 28th to March 12th earlier this year. After data cleaning, there were almost 150 responses, which gives roughly an 8% margin of error with 95% confidence.
Yeah, it was great results. And these results are coming from owners, operators, decision makers. So we want to make sure that we're getting the right information from the right level of every organization. It's really quality data.
So let's dig into some of the data here. One of the first questions we asked is how many truck or fleet vehicles are painted at your facility each month?
Yeah, and if you notice from the results, a lot of people were in the 1 to 4 range. I'd say around 70%. So it tells me that people are at least dabbling in commercial vehicles. And then when you get to the next level, some of the more popular areas are between 5 and 24. So that's a normal monthly rate for some of the commercial vehicle repairs. And then you get the heavy users who are doing 100 or more. They are probably dedicated 100% to CVR. And that's the people that have that experience. Those are the ones we want to touch, and we want to understand their needs and happiness, if you will.
So we then asked the respondents, what types of vehicles are you painting each month?
Yeah, and this was a broad cross-section between class 3 through 8. And if you look at the data, it's almost evenly distributed between class 3 through 8. And then it starts to trail off with RVs, because really some of these RVs are large and you need the proper paint booth to accommodate it. So that's why we have lower numbers in RVs. And then some of the stragglers are agricultural equipment, and then the famous others, which could be anything. But these results have been pretty consistent year over year. In the class 7 to 8, we had a little bit of a reduction. In this series, we've got to dig into some more and why that was.
After we found out what types of vehicles were painted and how often they were doing it, we asked about suppliers, coatings, products, services, and overall support. And our next question was, what is the one thing you feel that your present fleet paint brand supplier does the best?
Yep. And they answered they wanted products that are durable. And really, when you think about a commercial vehicle being that rolling billboard, they do not want those colors shifting. You probably have seen maybe a red truck out there that looks a little pink. That is not what we want. So from a durability standpoint, that's what they're looking for. And from a gloss retention, they don't want to touch this truck for another 8 to 10 years. So by using a quality coating, you can get that durability, something like Genesis. It'll give you 8 to 10 years of gloss retention, color retention. You will not have to worry about it again unless you're in an accident. When that truck is in the shop getting painted, it's not earning money for that fleet. So it's really important that it stays out there. And on the flip side, when it is in the shop, you want a system that's going to be productive and be quick so that you don't spend a week or two in the shop and you get it back on the road.
Right. Was there a change in what we're seeing people are doing best this year from previous surveys?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Really, they're looking for a full service provider. So not only do they want durable products, they want color match, they want availability, they want ease to spray. So I think, the change is that they want to invest less in maintenance of their vehicles. Right. Times are a little tough, and if you have to spend more time on maintenance, that is money that they are not spending doing their work, delivering their product, doing whatever the commercial vehicle needs to do. So we're seeing a bit of a change there. The spend is very concerning. So they want to make sure they're getting the most out of their dollar. And that's why the most durable CVR products are the premium choice. Here's in a weird way, if you spend some more on a premium product, it could lower that overall job to repaint the truck. It's called the total job cost. Paint's only maybe 5 to 10%. So if you can do it quicker, reduce your labor, reduce the accessories you need for painting, you reduce rework, that all adds into a lower total cost, even though you might be spending a little more on paint.
Yeah, you already said it. Anything you can do to keep it out of the shop means it's not costing you, it's earning for you.
That is correct.
So it is a double-sided coin. There's what did your paint supplier do best? Now we know what do people think their fleet paint brand supplier needs to improve upon the most?
Yep. And this one, surprisingly, was price. And it is always number one. So over the 10 years, it's always price. And we all would love to pay less for products. So I understand that. This year, it actually took a big jump. And it goes back to the tougher time and wanting to control spend. So we do our best, everyone does our best to offer the best product at the best price. But I'm going to get back to that total job cost. They are spending money on that paint, 5 to 10% of that job. So that's really not, if we can reduce the price in 50%, they're only saving a small amount of money by reducing the paint price. But if we can decrease the dry time, do wet on wet application, eliminate dry, eliminate a bake, you're saving on gas, you're saving on energy, you're saving on labor. That is where most of the spend is. So we focus on how we can actually save that end user money by using a better product of paint. But yeah, that's the number one. And the rest of these, color match, customer service, training, they've always been in the top. And we really do focus on the whole broad spectrum, not just one area.
Yeah. We also asked the respondents to rate the following attributes that a fleet brand of paint might offer on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, in this case, is the most important, and 10 being not as important, although, as we know, everything is important, especially when you're considering the whole picture. What takeaways do you have from their answers this year?
So if you look at the results, they are almost equal. Very little variation. They want customer service, ease to mix, training, price. They're all right there. What it's telling me is customers want it all. They're not willing to sacrifice any one of these. They have rated the importance of these almost equally. And that comes back to how we approach products and service at Sherwin. We focus on each one of these and have a plan to improve each one of these year over year over year. We are never satisfied with where we are. So we have in our marketing and technical plans, customer service, technology improvements, availability, our distribution platform, all improvements in there. So really it tells me the customers are not willing to sacrifice anything and they're not willing to compromise. That's why they should look for a full service provider, one that's going to make the paint, sell the paint, service the paint. Everyone through the whole flow of the paint sale is affiliated with that company, and that's what Sherwin does. We can go through distribution, we can go through direct. We have a true rooted interest in our customers' success, because if they don't succeed, we don't succeed. But yes, they are not willing to compromise, and neither are we.
Yeah, and if for no other reason on that is that you've got a team that has know-how of how it works, where it come from, where you can get more. If you have any questions, there is help available straight through your supplier.
That is correct.
Finally, and perhaps moving a little bit away from the refinishing specific questions, we close by asking fleet and shop owners, supervisors, and directors, what are your key obstacles to growth or improved productivity for your paint and refinish operations? And we asked them to check everything that applied in this case.
Yep. And we were not surprised by this answer because it's similar in vehicle refinish and commercial vehicle refinish. Honestly, it's similar in multiple industries, and that's workforce availability and workforce skill level. We rarely see the painter who's been a lifelong painter. Typically, your painter might have been turning a wrench or sweeping the floor the week before, and now they're painting. So we understand that trend, and we understand that deficit in the labor force, and design products that are simple to use. And not just simple to spray, but simple mix ratio, simple color retrieval. We know we don't have that expertise out there anymore. So I like to say we develop stuff that even I can spray it. I can step in there, paint a truck, and not be confused or need to stand on my head to make it work. Some systems are very complicated with 5 or 6 additives that you need to add. Ours have a wide range of application. So really that's what we're focusing on. So that's not really surprising. But this is very important to us, this question, because it allows us to really capitalize and to focus on those pain points to make it easier for our end users to use paint and get units out the door.
So you mentioned those pain points. How can Sherwin-Williams really help in those areas?
That's a great question. First and foremost is training. Because of the not only lack of workforce, but workforce expertise, we have training centers across the country that can have formal training programs. That's one way. But the other way is much simpler. We have technical reps who know these paints inside and out. They will visit shops, do audits, and train on the spot to make their process go smoother. You'd be surprised how much time and labor and energy that our tech reps can look at a line and go, hey, we need to change this and this. We can save this amount of money. They are the best in the business, and that's one of the ways that we can help with their lack of workforce and skill.
Sounds good. Dan, thank you so much for your time. If someone wants to learn more about Sherwin-Williams commercial refinish coatings, products, and services, where can they go to get that information or get in contact with someone?
Oh yeah. So look at the website that's on the screen right now. They'll take you to our automotive website and to commercial vehicle refinish. That's our segment that we focus on it. They can find all information on products and services right there.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kevin.